Yeah. So, not confirmed. However, however, I put out a poll yesterday. We got a decent amount of votes. Take a look. Right here. 44 votes. Would you want Tech Carnival Goku and Final Form Caller to EZA this celebration? 77% yes and 23% no. Save them for later. So I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these comments here. So, first off, I said this celebration is centered around movie heroes slash bosses. So maybe we can see the EZA. It says, unless they surprise us with a third part of movie characters, I don't see it happening right now. And I said, if there's a part 3 EZA, it could be these two. They said if they don't release them this celebration, they're guaranteed for Annie. I think they are. I think they are. Because if we're not going to do this guy first, then the next up would be the Kai Goku and the Z Kid Gohan, right? But considering this guy's, like, I don't, like, being the first Carnival LR, I think that's something, but I also feel like it just couldn't mean anything, right? They could easily say, okay, this guy's on Exploding Rage, this guy's in Movie Heroes, bam, you know, he's hitting two categories right there, right? This is what we're doing, right? He's on Broly's leader skill, things like that. So they could easily just do that. But yeah, I feel like saving this guy for Anniversary, and then maybe just easying him, Gohan, and Goku at the same time. And then, I don't know, Cooler if they really want, like, he doesn't really have a team. Like, Wicked Bloodline doesn't really exist. So, I mean, you can't use his leader skill, but movie bosses, he's on movie bosses. But we're gonna jump into him later. Let's go back to here. Yeah, so I would say that probably they would be guaranteed if they don't use the right here. We have someone else here. These are anniversary EZAs. The first Carnival is too big of a deal to just EZA here. But I do see Orange Piccolo and Ultimate Gohan EZA. But maybe, who knows? Darkon is very unpredictable sometimes. And what else? Movie Heroes didn't get a lot of buffs this category, so it could be a good time for OP and Ultimate Gohan. Yeah. Plus, so if we go to movie heroes, right? Let's go here. I'm gonna have so many tabs open. If we go to movie heroes, we'll pull up Gohan and Piccolo. So we go. Where are they? These two. So, you know, we have Gohan here. And then we have, you know, our Hall of Fame character here. Orange Piccolo. Power Awakening. Oh, let me close my door actually. I gotta be as quick as I can with this because I'm using mobile data, right? That's the reason why you can't see. Oh, I guess you can now. Like, there's some stuff that isn't loading because I'm using data, so this connection is not as secure because my internet is down. But anyway, we have Orange Piccolo here. The only problem is that since we're doing movie heroes, movie bosses, these would just be movie heroes buffs. Now, of course, movie heroes isn't exactly in the best spot right now. You have Gohan, we have the gods, we have Gogeta and Frieza. We have, that's pretty much it, right? Take a look at what we've got. We don't really have too much. Yeah, so like movie heroes, we also have like Kid Goku as well. Anyone else? Nah, nothing really here. We have AGL Gogeta, who, you know, he can be good, but, you know, starting off, things can be not the greatest. Yeah. So this is what we've got with movie heroes. So like these two EZAing, I could see that. Plus, Hybrid Saiyans. So Hybrid Saiyans, we're kind of just going all over the place here. But Hybrid Saiyans, this could be a really good buff because Hybrid Saiyans has no other leader apart from this guy. You're not running any of these other guys as leaders, except maybe this guy here. But even then, it's like only for EZAs, LR EZAs. I used him as my leader because I don't have these two. But like Hybrid Saiyans, they're in need of some stuff, right? They're in need of some stuff. Hybrid Saiyans, to me, it feels like it's almost there. You know, you've got Pan, Goten and Trunks, got this guy. got this guy here. You have Gotenks can be good. We have Goten and Trunks. We have Beast. But like a lot of these characters, like I don't know if it's just the characters or just the meta. It's just so terrible that most teams just die. So yeah, they could EZA this guy. Would be nice. Movie heroes buff plus Hybrid Saiyans. They could EZA another EZA I could think of would be this guy. But like for this celebration, I don't know. Cause is he movie heroes? I don't think he is. No, he's not. Cause he is he's from the special, right? So he doesn't count. So we can just count him out. But yeah, Piccolo. We looking for anything really? Really. It's like you look at his categories. The only one you're really going to consider for this would be movie heroes. So he is on Frieza and Gogeta's team, but like other than that, there's nothing really here that it's like, okay, this celebration is kind of, it's kind of tied to that, like movie heroes, movie bosses. So Piccolo and Gohan could be a good buff. Plus Gohan would be, he'd be an excellent buff for Hybrid Saiyans as well. So that'd be nice. Going back to the here, it says nah because they'll be better when they're EZA. What did I say? Honestly, I don't see them messing them up, so you could be right. Like the thing is, right, the longer we wait, the better they'll be most of the time, right? Most of the time. Because like look at the EZAs we've gotten in the past. This guy, they waited how long? And he got a great EZA, right? An amazing EZA. These two, same deal. You can't use them in a lot of content, but when you can use them, they can definitely perform really well. The same with this guy. They held back, but he's good, right? Another candidate would be a physical Golden Frieza. He hasn't EZA'd yet. Let's go Frieza. So, where is he? This guy. Mine is still 55%, right? Unfortunately, he's not available with the Memorial Stones. He literally is the cutoff, right? It goes him, then in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. I would have loved to be able to grab this guy with Memorial Stones, but it is what it is. But yeah. And it's a good thing they're holding back on him because he's a stacker, right? He stacks defense, and then when he transforms, what they could do, they could make him stack attack. They could turn him into like a Kefla thing where he stacks defense and then he stacks attack, but he gains 1 turn defense, right? Just to keep him, in business, right? So like this guy, holding back on this guy, it would be good for this meta where the festival is the tough thing. But what we're going to need is we're going to need an extreme physical mission, a reason to use him, right? But we don't really have that extreme physical. Plus, he's extreme physical, and you guys know how I feel about extreme physical. But yeah, holding back on this guy could be a good idea, and I mean they already are. Any more examples of like EZAs they're holding back on, or like they have? I mean, we can try and look like. Nah, he got like a in terms of when he released, his one is like not even that like not that late. Pycon and Janemba, they held back on them a little bit. They were good. Pycon, definitely, because he's got that dodge. What else? It's pretty much like we're just gonna be naming off what all sorts of units here. It's like I can't. I'm just not gonna. We can't just name all of them. So I'm just gonna move on. But yeah, it's like holding back on EZAs can work. But only sometimes they feel like it. Because like look at Int Goku Black, right? Dude dropped in 2018 and he EZA'd 2 years ago and he was garbage, right? So it's like them holding back on EZAs, it can be good depending on whether they like the character, right? This guy being an LR, he's not an anniversary LR though. That's the thing. This is a worldwide LR, and so are the rest of these three. So even if they do EZA during an anniversary, they could still mess them up. But I don't think they're going to. I don't think they're going to. Um, this guy stacks defense. Where is it? Where is it? Here. He stacks defense. So already we're seeing a festival. You know, Great Earrings attack for 1 turn. You know, they could just. I mean, maybe they could give him defensive stacking on 18 key, and then attack stacking on 12 key. Right? What do you think? It could help. And then, you know, but the problem is that he's a revive character. So using him in the festival means you use a turn if you die, right? Of course it can help, but you lose out on the firepower. That's the problem. So yeah, this guy being a revive character, I don't know if he'd really perform in the festival. I've seen like the strategy to beat it in under an hour using Int Broly. And I think you use his revive in there because I mean, he can't do damage at all. So yeah, his revive can help, but the problem is that tech Broly, you know, Wrathful Broly, carries the team, so you're able to do enough damage to make up for the fact that you lose a turn. So Exploding Rage, like they could do the same thing here, right? Use a turn and this guy's revived, and then Broly takes them out the next turn because he's just got so much firepower. Could be interesting. This guy, he's probably going to get a really interesting EZA. Yeah. What else? We could go through Cooler. Like, what they could do is they can try and set up like a Wicked Bloodline team. I don't know if that's going to work. But like, if we look at Wicked Bloodline, like they recently remembered sub EZAs, right? They recently remembered sub EZAs. We have Golden Frieza. We have Full Power Frieza, although I don't know if you really use him. Probably. We have Metal Cooler. We have Final Form Cooler. And I guess that's pretty much it. We do have that, you know, physical Golden Frieza from earlier. So, I mean, they could try and set up like a Wicked Bloodline team. But the problem is this guy doesn't have big bad bosses, right? Because he's not the... Well, I don't know why. He's not the boss of the saga, I guess. But, yeah. So he doesn't have big bad bosses. So you don't really link the best with the rest of the gang. He does have, you know, the Frieza links. Shocking Speed is good. I think he shares that with Cooler. But yeah, we have like a bunch of... We have sub EZAs lined up, right? This STR Frieza. This AGL Final Form Frieza, right? Tech Golden Frieza here. They could give him a Super EZA. So it's like things could fall into place for Wicked Bloodline. But that's only if they really want to, right? Super EZA, this Frieza, and Goku at the same time. You know, we've got Final Form Cooler here, physical... We have this sub EZA, you know, this third form Frieza who could get a sub EZA. So it's like if they want to hold back on Cooler and this guy, where is he? No, he doesn't have Shocking Speed. Okay. So if they want to hold back on this guy and Metal Cooler, they could try and set up the Wicked Bloodline team, because Wicked Bloodline, like 200%, I'm okay with that. Not 220. No, not 250 to HP, but 200% is serviceable, right? You can get stuff done with a 200% lead as opposed to a 170. So yeah, Wicked Bloodline 200%, like it wouldn't even be that bad. Plus, this Metal Cooler, what could they give him? Maybe like extra stats when he revives, because he literally gets stronger. I mean, that's what he does, right? He in the movie, he revives and he comes back, right? So, yeah, they didn't do that when he initially dropped. So they could just make him... They could give him, like, stats and then guard when he revives, or just, you know, straight up guard, and then, you know, I don't know, damage reduction and extra damage reduction, I don't know, something like that. They could give him the Kid Buu thing, where he nullifies guaranteed, and then he has a great chance starting from how many turns. So yeah, there is that. Get to these two. these two, um, these two, they could be a really hype EZA because they were, really just underwhelming on release. Yeah. The problem, it's always been the problem, is this, right? I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Yeah. So, 3 supers, 7 hits, and they don't even get that much better, right? They don't even get that much better. They do get better, but not by that much. What's going on here? Come on, there we go. So, plus they lead movie heroes. So it's like, no, it's only 170 because pure Saiyans, we don't get Frieza and Gogeta in there. You get Broly on there, which is cool. Joined forces. I mean, that could be good. But like, if we're talking about anniversary EZAs, this could get into a whole other discussion about Daima and, whether or not Daima's going to be anniversary. I'll make that a poll. But if we look at, search up for G because he has less cards, right? The Spirit Bob duo. This is going to be the EZA, right? These two will EZA. So will the Kai Goku and Z Gohan. And those guys are all Power of Wishes. If we take a look at this, right? Yeah. So, there's a lot with this guy here. He needs a Piccolo. Well, he doesn't need one, but he has a Piccolo unit super. He has Giant Ape Power, right? Giant Ape Power. So let's say Daima is anniversary, right? This guy, is he on Power of Wishes? I'm pretty sure he should be. No, he's not Power of Wishes. Okay. Okay, so he's not Power of Wishes. Is this Goku Power of Wishes? He is. Let me check again. No, he's not. So, I don't know if Daima's going to be Power of Wishes, but we have the anniversary units that will EZA, right? We know these guys are going to EZA, unless Amatsu pulls a fast one, and they don't. I don't think they're not going to EZA. So, that brings up, how long are we in? It's not even that bad. So, if we look at this guy, Power of Wishes, right? All these 4 Power of Wishes. However, this Gohan is also Giant Ape Power, right? So let's say Daima is anniversary, right? They've been holding back the greatest animations known to Dokkan. We've had our pleasure of laying our eyes on. And it's Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? He leads Power of Wishes or Giant Ape Power. What do you think? So bam. All 4 of these are on his leader skill. Plus, Giant Ape Power's looking good. So yeah. Another thing. This guy, if we look at this, when there's a key is 18 or more with a Goku, Krillin, Yamcha, or Tien, greatly raised attack, raises defense. So it's like, he also stacks, right? So these are all, like, I can see, okay, you've had some tough time in the festival. These 4 are going to make things easy, right? This guy stacks defense. So they could just make him, raise attack and defense. And then, raise attack and defense. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too optimistic. I don't know if they're going to really tailor all of them to festival. Maybe just these 2 because of their Spirit Bomb. They already stack. These 2. Same with these 2. So, I could just make this 2 videos, right? I can make this 2 videos. But the main point is that this Gohan, he needs a Piccolo for one of his unit supers. It does the same thing as the other one, greatly raises attack, raises defense. But Piccolo, we go demonic power, right? They could give Orange Piccolo and Ultimate Gohan super busted EZAs, make them hold up in the anniversary content. Then we have this Gohan who has the unit super, right? What do you think? I think building around this guy's unit super would be a bad idea anyway. Just because, I mean, are they really going to easily get Orange Piccolo just for this guy? I don't think so. But they easily could. So that is why Orange Piccolo and Ultimate Gohan, they could be really good. Carnival Goku and Cooler, I don't know. If they want to save this celebration, please, please, I beg of you, go and use Exploding Rage. Use Exploding Rage and tell me with a straight face that this is a good team. You tell me this is a good team, right? You tell me this is a good team. This is not a good team. This is not a good team. We have good units you can name, but you put them all together and things don't work the best, right? This Goku, he can be good, but he's not at his best. He's not number one on this team, right? She's got the guaranteed dodge, so she can be good. That first attack. Kid Goku's got some stuff. Broly's got some stuff. This guy's also crazy. This Gohan's good. But like you put them together, and the team isn't, the greatest ever known, right? Beast can be good as well. So Carnival Goku, I could see them EZAing Carnival Goku just because he's a movie hero, so he's a buff to Frieza. But then he's also Exploding Rage, who is a buff to Broly. Final Form Cooler, I'm not so sure. But yeah, they could do that very easily. But I guess that's pretty much does it. Like there's Fusion Damasu. But you'll see more of him later. But there you go. One thing I could have also asked for, what I really hoped, is they super EZA this Vegeta, right? I really wanted them to super EZA this Vegeta. Look at this. He has a crazy super attack effect. So, three turns of attack and offense, 50%. So he can work in the festival, right? He's Exploding Rage. He's not movie heroes or superheroes or movie bosses, so I guess he doesn't really. But the point is that he should have super EZA'd in the last celebration. The future celebration would have been really cool. Future Saga gets us more Vegeta and Trunks, help. More festival help. Because what is the mission? Super STR, super physical, and super int, right? Now, of course, super int, Vegeta and Trunks is going to be your option, right? Vegeta and Trunks is going to be your option, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So I guess there's no real reason for this guy to be here, because he's also super int, so he's just the same type with Vegeta and Trunks. But yeah, we're kind of going on a tangent here. I really just wanted this guy to super EZA. Would have been really cool. But I guess they're going to hold back for when they EZA the 2023 Blues. Would be cool. Who knows? But I guess that does it. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Okay, so just as a little bit extra, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put the poll up right now. Just so I can, right? So I'm going to search up Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Here we go. I'm just going to pick two images. One where he looks good and one where he looks like all evil, maybe. So we'll pick this one, right? Save images as. Then, oh, this could be a good one. So I'll use that one. Then I'll use. Or, I could do. So we'll save this. Look, there's a Motsu. And we'll go for that Super Saiyan 2 Goku GIF, right? You know the one. This one here. So here's the one, right? There we go. And then we'll get rid of these. Go to posts. And then we I should have done this ages ago. I really should have. Do you think Daima will be anniversary? Do you think Daima will be 11th? Gotta specify 11th anniversary. So there we go. I don't know if I want to do full caps with Daima. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. So here's what we do. We put up this one here. We put yes. Capital. And then we put no. And then we'll use that Goku GIF, right? There we go. Yeah. And we've got center a little bit. And with you. There we go. And then we go post. Yeah, so now, you know, we'll get things working while you know, editing this video. Leave your opinion here. Yeah. If you have anything to add. There we go. So, yeah, the poll. Do you think Daima will be anniversary? I will leave you with that. Thanks for watching. Okay, so an extra part. I already put the poll up, but I was watching through the video, and I talked about Carnival Goku being movie heroes exploding rage. This guy, same deal, right? Ultimate Gohan. Plus, he gives Hybrid Saiyans a much needed second leader, because if you don't have the Hybros, you pretty much cannot run this team, right? You can, but you can't, right? Let's take a look. The Hybrid Saiyans leaders, like, they're all not good apart from these guys here. So Ultimate Gohan, just key, like, even since we know they're just gonna add one key to this, 170%. I think it will be. Come on, I think it will be okay, right? It won't be the best, but 170% will be okay. Okay, so as I was editing this, I realized that all the characters you're going to be running with him anyway would be bond of parent-child. So his leader skill being 170% doesn't matter, because they're all going to hit the 30% anyway. So yeah, ignore what I said. Exploding Rage gives us, you know, good unit for Exploding Rage. This guy, what does he have? He has guard for 3 turns. So they can, you know, bump up, maybe give him guaranteed guard, give him a permanent guard, give him a bunch of damage reduction, make him these supers guaranteed, you know, maybe like, you know, high chance to crit right here, like a guaranteed crit on active skill. That would be cool. So you make him good for the short fight, because Exploding Rage need the help. So Frieza and Gogeta, like this guy, they could turn him into a huge damage dealer. They could turn him into I don't know, jack of all trades, is that what we call him. He could just be doing everything, right? Go in slot 1 when you need him, do damage when you need him. This guy, I hope he EZAs, and I hope they give him a really good one, because this guy is, like, he is in a huge, like, this is good, right? Ultimate Gohan and Piccolo, they could pair them together, and then save Carnival Goku and Cooler for later. But yeah, the same way this guy hits the Exploding Rage movie heroes condition that could see him EZA because he's buffing both teams, Carnival Goku could also do the same thing. So there is that. I just wanted to add the extra bit just because I don't want to make a separate video. I did also forget about the RF Blues, but we'll talk about them later. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.